Hello everybody and welcome back to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing week. Currently it is Tuesday and the Bitcoin price is pumping, Ethereum is also pumping, the stock market is also pumping to the upside. As you can see right here, basically what happened is Bitcoin broke through that value area high, so basically very important level that we talked about in the last video. As we said, Bitcoin is getting rejected from this level and I'm expecting a lower price targets, maybe bounce from that weekly pivot support or maybe bounce from that POC, but we did not get that much lower to that POC. So basically Bitcoin perfectly bounced from that second weekly pivot support at around 100k, and as you can see it is currently broken that value area high resistance and currently broken above it. Right now the price is struggling at that weekly pivot resistance. As you can see, we basically tagged it right to the dollar at around 110k, basically almost 111k, but right now we are back in that previous range that we were previously struggling, and right now we are also above that other value area high of that little range, basically you can see. So what is next for Bitcoin? In my opinion, if we hold above this value area high once again and also above this little value area high once again, as you can see, our momentum wave looking pretty good on the daily. Also the RSI is looking pretty good, still has a lot of room to the upside basically until it gets oversold. Until that 80 line, we still not touched the 80 line on the RSI, very important. So in my opinion, Bitcoin right now is looking pretty good. It just needs to hold these two key levels. We do not want to see these key levels lost, so basically we do not want to see the most important level is 106k.7. We do not want to see this level being broken, so price must hold this level. We basically need, if we go down, to bounce from here. Otherwise, if we break down below, then it is possible that we go back down maybe to that value area low right here once again, basically that weekly pivot support, or maybe this time we actually go lower to that last weekly pivot support, which also perfectly consolidates with that POC of that bigger range. So let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum right now at the top of that range, basically it is currently at that value area high, almost back to that previous high that we made here. As you can see, Ethereum actually made a swing failure pattern. Basically this high, we SFP'd that high, as you can see, perfectly rejected from this high. So basically that's called a swing failure pattern, but still it's looking pretty strong. If we move down to a smaller time frame, as you can see, it broke out, perfectly retested that value area low, broke above that weekly pivot right here, and it absolutely pushed to the upside with almost 10% of a pump, as you can see, and currently trading above $2,700. Why is that, you may ask? As you can see, I was talking about in another previous video about the Bitcoin dominance, that we need the Bitcoin dominance to maybe make a drop like this for the altcoins to get a bigger move to the upside. And right now this is exactly what's happening. The Bitcoin dominance currently broken below that weekly pivot, so we need to see some kind of a continuation to the downside for the Bitcoin dominance, maybe a retest as resistant that weekly pivot, and then we need to see another push to the downside for that Bitcoin dominance in order for the altcoins to go absolutely parabolic. As you can see, Solana also right now rejecting from that weekly pivot resistance, as you can see right here. So also very strong resistance for Solana. Basically Solana did the same as Ethereum. It swing failed this high right here. As you can see, price got here, tried to break above it, but it got rejected from that previous high, and right now is having a small correction. Basically these corrections right now that we're having are nothing compared to the pump that we just had. As you can see, this is also due to the fact that the stock market is continually grinding up to the upside. As you can see, slowly grinding to the upside with still to hit the all-time high. As you can see, this bigger white line that I've made right here is basically our all-time highs for the stock market. which is only about a 2% move to the upside. As you can see, now if we go back to Bitcoin and we look at our open interest, as you can see, at this move to the upside, basically 110k, we've got a lot of short positions liquidated. Right here you can see they were closed out on the open interest, and right here on the liquidation stablecoins you can see we've got a very big wick to the upside. So basically the bears have been getting absolutely destroyed off of that pump to the upside, and since then you can see the open interest has been kind of flat. It has just been consolidating. The CVD has been going up a little bit, so that's a good sign that there's basically buying pressure into the market. Also you can see the liquidation heat map. We still got a lot of liquidity left behind at around 111, and also we do have a liquidity all the way to the 114k basically. So very bullish. Now if we look at the Bitcoin ETF flows, let me just refresh the page. We can see once again we are having for today a inflow of almost 400 million for Bitcoin. So basically the institutions are currently buying Bitcoin once again. So very bullish for now. Maybe we can see some kind of continuation for this month also. Also for Bitcoin, the monthly chart starting to look pretty nice. As you can see, we do have another monthly candle pushing to the upside. So it is possible that this candle is engulfing candle basically. So we do have another move to the upside basically to create this new all-time highs, and then after this impulsive move, then maybe we can have some kind of a correction, or maybe it is possible that a impulsive move like this one has just started right now. So it's possible that we do get, like right here we've got 182 days, so basically that's 1 3 4 5 6 7 monthly candles of continuation to the upside, guys. So we just had 3 candles monthly, so it is possible that we get another 3 monthly candles that will take us about of around 135 to 140k basically, in my opinion. But it is still too early to call that. Like this one here, we need to see some kind of a bigger bullish confirmation basically. We need to see the price keep above that value area high, as I mentioned right here. But as of right now, if you go onto the crypto fear and greed index, you can see, as I was talking about, we do not stay long into that neutral zone. So right now we are back into that grid, and once we go up to the extreme grid, then I'm expecting basically for us to be at the all-time highs, or maybe even above the all-time highs, created newer all-time highs for the Bitcoin. And so very bullish right now the price. So once we get back into that extreme grid, it is very possible that we will be, as I said, in much bigger prices, maybe 116, maybe 115k. But don't forget, tomorrow on Wednesday we do have some CPI data coming out, and on Thursday we got PPI data coming out. So basically the next 3 days will be very volatile, so be very careful trading and use good risk management so you do not get liquidated, as I'm always saying. And this will be it for today's update video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.